Hey guys, welcome back to Alpine Classroom. My name is Rok Zalokar. I'm an IFMGA guide instructor, and today we're gonna go on Via Ferrata. So first of all, we need to check a few things. First, what's my experience? And Via Ferrata, they have a grading system. It's starting with A, and then it goes on with the harder grades and Via Ferratas. So we need to ask ourselves if this is suitable for us, if we have enough experience. And of course, if you're in any doubt, just give us a call and we'll be happy to make an introductory course to you or to guide you on Via Ferrata. So after we check our experience, we also need to check a few more things. First is the weather. Always check the local weather bulletin, because Via Ferrata and the storms, they don't go well together, you know. There's a lot of iron around, and make sure, especially in the summertime in the Alps, to check the weather. Then the next thing is the gear. So first of all, we need to start with appropriate footwear. So something with a nice rubber sole. I really highly recommend Vibram sole that has a nice grip, that the boot has a nice climbing area. For the sport Via Ferrata, it can be either like a approach or a trail running shoe like this one, but again with appropriate sole and with a nice construction. Then of course you can use the higher ones, and when you go into the higher mountains, especially now at the start of the season, I would recommend to have a proper mountaineering B2 boot that also has that you can place on the crampons, because on the approach or the descent with the season like we have in Slovenia, you can expect some snow, and then you need also of course crampons and ice axe. Then further on, it's the clothing. You know, you need a normal like trekking, hiking clothing, but a rule of thumb is that in a backpack you always carry an extra warm layer. Then we need to have a first aid kit and sunglasses to make everything comfy. Always carry a phone with a full battery with you to call emergency 112 in case if needed. Then the Via Ferrata, it consists from 3 different parts. So it's the harness. It can be either a harness that can accommodate everything from a small child to a really big person. It can be a normal climbing harness. Then you need a Via Ferrata lanyard, and of course a climbing helmet. So these are the 3 basic components, and it's highly recommended that you have a leather or a Kevlar gloves. Okay, so let's put on the gear first. The harness. Make sure that it's nice and tidy, that's nothing twisted. You put on the leg loops. Always make sure that you put it on really high above your hips. Has to be nice and snug, tight. Make sure your leg loops are quite tight but comfy. Then we have a Via Ferrata lanyard. So it consists from 3 different parts. One is the sling, then we have the shock absorber, the 2 lanyards with the special carabiners at the end. So we're gonna thread it through our harness. It's pretty simple. Has to be nice and tidy, like that. the backpack. We have to be careful with the via ferrata lanyard, so that it doesn't come like lower down our knees, because that's not gonna be really nice on the way up, because we can catch up with the lanyard. So just make sure you either clip it up higher like that, or you just clip it around your waist. Like that, so it's nice and snug around your body. Then we also gonna take the helmet before the climb, we're gonna put it on, and we have our gloves and we're ready for the climb. So let's go. So before the start, always check the grading of the route that you're gonna climb. So today we have two different options. The blue line, it's pretty easy, it's graded B. Then we have the red one, which is graded C with some passages of D. So that's quite hard. So if you're in doubt, just start with an easy one, or don't hesitate to hire a guide. We're gonna make an introductory course for you, or guide you, or via ferrata. Then we just check the gear, so the harness, the certified lanyard, and the helmet. There are some basic rules that we need to follow. We always clip over just one carabiner at a time. We keep space in between of us, so especially over the steep vertical sections, we make sure that we're alone on each section in between two iron rods. We make sure that we really have a certified lanyard, that it's checked. We never use a homemade one, because it can we can have a really serious injury or even death if you use that one. So just make sure you use a proper lanyard. So now let's make sure that we also do a proper partner check. We double check everything before the start. Before the climb, always make a partner check. So make sure that the harness is on properly, that it's nothing twisted. Always check the buckles, check how the lanyard is put on, and if you have installed the resting sling, just also check that one. So that's all looking nice and clean, and nice and clean also means that it's right. And yeah, so yeah, I have my harness on properly, the sling, the via ferrata lanyard is installed properly, and I have my resting carabiner here, helmets are on, that's ready to rumble. Let's go on now. So this is the right position. Always slide your carabiners in front of your hand on the cable. When you come to the place where you need to clip, or always clip with one carabiner at a time. If you have installed your resting sling, that's for the case. If you need to take a rest, just simply sit into the harness on your sling. That's it. When you come to the place where you need to clip or, make sure you have a good stance. Always use your feet for climbing, your legs. Then your arm, it's always better when it's extended. Simply clip or, slide on, hop, change your hands, find a good position. Flip over like that. Simply move on like that. different levels on via ferratas. There's different exposure, different difficulties, so yeah, just try to start with an easy one. But yes, for sure with the guide you can go on a harder one, and we'll also be on a really difficult sections. We're gonna be using rope to belay you, and especially with the families, we highly recommend, you know, to spend the day with a guide, and you're gonna see how relaxed and safe you're gonna feel on that given day. Also on our courses, on advanced courses, we're gonna teach you some basic rope techniques, how to help to each other, how to belay a second, how to abseil, and how to make sure that someone that after fall reaches back to the cable and that we can safely climb on to the top. So let's see that.
Hi, I'm Alex Jason, an IFMGA guide, and on our advanced course for Via Ferratas, we will also teach you how to help your friend in trouble or over a steep section with very basic rope work.
Ne moraš, ne moram, pa da puknem napol, ne ide.
Luka.
Okay.
With the maneuver, the most crucial thing is how we use properly the blank plate in a self-block system. So we have to pay attention that the rope that goes to our friend is on the upper part. Okay? Now you climb.
Okay, let's go. Come on. This is the hard part now. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, thank you. So much easier with a friend like you. Oh, thank you.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks a lot. So always make sure you have the weight on your feet, on your legs when you clip over, that you have a nice stable position and that you take your time to look around where you're gonna hold and where you're gonna place your feet like that. So just take your time, just like climbing, and for climbing we always use our feet, not our strong arms. Remember, Via Ferrata is fun, it's not a competition. Jaka. Huda. Okay guys, so thanks for watching us. It was a pleasure to climb ferrata with Jaka. Hope you enjoyed it and see you in the next episode. Woohoo!